Ich bin, je suis, yo soy, watashi wa nanun, ego sum. I am Chris, this is Chris in English, and today I'm wearing my Dr. Seuss tie. Look, we got some Cat in the Hat going today. Dr. Seuss, of course, one of my favorite authors of all time, and he's certainly an important author for children in the United States. It's not too far off to say that he taught me and my entire generation to read. So, hey, today on our tie, we celebrate the good Dr. Seuss. Also, he's from San Diego, by the way. A little claim to fame for us. I hope everybody is doing great today. I got a show planned for you. I hope I have a show planned for you. I hope I'm doing a show. Something weird's going on with Instagram today, and it took me a couple tries to actually get online with you, but here we are. Dink. What are we going to do today? Well, hopefully I'm going to talk to some students. Hopefully you guys will show up soon. I know somebody will show up. My heart is too full of you to be here alone all day. Well, we got everything that we expect to have. We have a word of the day. We will learn a word that we can use in the English-speaking world. I'll tell you what's going on in the world of coronavirus here in San Diego, in California, in the United States. We got some fun stories to share, a little bit of baseball, a little bit of world travel. We've got our grammar today. We're still working on present perfect. We'll take a look. Hey, we got Marty! Mr. Marty in the house. I'm so glad to see you, sir. It's been a hot second since you've been here. I hope you're doing okay. I hope your family is doing well. You're safe and you're healthy. We're doing okay here in San Diego. I'm doing okay in San Diego. San Diego itself, we are on lockdown, of course. Our numbers have started to go back up. And so our leaders have started to lock us back up. I'm not too sad about that. I think it's a good plan. How are you doing, sir? What's up with you? I hope that you plan to have a good Wednesday. I hope you ate a taco yesterday. How are you doing? Maybe you're there. He is there. Oh, my goodness. Oh mon Dieu, sacre bleu, zut triple zut. C'est fantastique. Where did you go? Were you in Paris? Did you go to see the remains of the Notre Dame Cathedral? Maybe you went to the beach. Maybe you were on the Riviera. I don't know. Where did you go in France? That's a big place. Baguettes are good. I do also like the escargot. In fact, if you have the baguette with the escargot, that's good eating. Oh, nice. 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 And cons, that's fantastic. I hope you had a good time. How was that? Was it scary? Were they locked down? Were there people on the streets? How are things going in France? How are things going in Europe? I know that there's a new scare in Spain right now. I know that England is bracing for something more to come of the virus. Yes, it's right there in the name. Marty, it's in the name. If you name something nice, it's got to be, right? I don't know. But I'm glad you went on vacation, and I'm glad you had a good time. I really am. San Diego, 28,068 confirmed cases of coronavirus with 547 deaths, and we mourn each death, and my heart is with everyone who has lost anyone. Europe overall is okay. The peak is still lurking. The peak is lurking everywhere. Yeah. I hope you had fun. I hope you were safe. Of course, I hope you don't get sick. I know you were sick before. I don't know if that means you can't get sick again, but I hope that's the case for you. But most of all, I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad that nice is nice. Niece is nice. Nice is niece. Let's see, United States, 4.4 million confirmed cases of coronavirus, and we've had 151,000 deaths here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing that Nice has the virus spreading very quickly there, but my good friend Marty is healthy. I'm glad for that. I hope you stay that way, sir. I hope that you stay that way. Hey, what was the best meal that you had in France? What was the best food that you ate? That famous French food. You know, we have a joke in the United States that if you go to a French restaurant, they give you a big plate with one little piece of meat, one little piece of potato, one little baby carrot, and some sauce. And then after you eat at that restaurant, you're still hungry and you have to go to McDonald's to get some food. But tell me, I'm curious, what was the best food that you had when you were in France? While you're thinking about that, let's go to our next. What is next? Entrecote. 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 Before something. I'm not familiar with that particular dish, Marty. What exactly is that entrecote? I could look it up. Oh, let's play Alexa. Oh, Alexa, what is entrecote? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Her French is worse than mine. Hey, let's do it, Marty. Oh, my goodness, I know. I want to eat that really delicious food. I really do, because one of the things I like most in this world is really delicious food. Entrecote. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's put that puppy on a barbecue grill and eat it rare. Good, yeah. In America, we call that cut a ribeye. We call it a ribeye steak. And I'll tell you a secret, Marty. This is just between you and me. Don't tell any of those other internet people out there. It's my favorite steak. It's my favorite steak. Oh, Marty, no. No, Marty. What did the steak do to you? Don't torture the steak by cooking it too much. When I eat a steak, when I eat my entrecote, when I take my fork and I take my knife and I cut, I want to hear it say, possibly, but you know what? That might possibly be, it does look like a fatty cut. It might possibly be the difference between European cuts and American cuts. You could be right. The picture I'm seeing does show a little more fat content, but the definition I'm reading tells me that it is what we call a ribeye, or sometimes a Delmonico steak, yeah. Thanks, Marty. It's breakfast time, and now I'm ready for dinner. Hey, I know what you want. You've been waiting patiently. It is time for the word of the day. I know it's your favorite part, Marty. We've got the word of the day, and if you want to see the word of the day, you can visit the website ChrisinEnglish.com, where you can see the word of the day every day. Thanks to the free dictionary, they provide the word of the day. Our word of the day. Oh, this is a good one. This is a really good one. It's not very common anymore. It used to be very common, but it's a fun one. Our word today is purloin. To purloin. Yes, it's a verb, purloin. P-U-R-L-O-I-N. Purloin. It means to steal. To take something that is not yours. It's a fancy word. It's a little bit old-fashioned. For example, there is a short story by Edgar Allan Poe called The Purloined Letter. Now, Edgar Allan Poe, he wrote in the mid-1800s, so that tells you about how old this word is. Purloin, to steal, to take something that's not yours. I wasn't paying attention when I went to the bar, and someone purloined my cell phone. Just an example. Just an example. If someone had purloined my cell phone, how would I be talking to you right now? Huh? Makes sense. Marty likes sirloin. I like a sirloin. It's okay. It's not quite fatty enough for me. It's a little too lean for me. If I'm going to have a steak, I'm going to have a fatty steak. If I'm going to have something lean, I'll have some chicken or some turkey. Oh, no, Marty, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Not rare. How do you like your steak? If you don't like your steak rare, how do you like your steak? Please tell me you don't cook it well done. Please. How do you cook your steak? Purloin. Also, I want to know, can you give me a sentence with purloin? Oh, Marty. Oh, Marty. You're too fast for me, sir. You're too fast for me. That's a good one. Purloin and sirloin. I might have to steal that one later. Hey, did you ever see the movie Gone in 60 Seconds? In the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, Nicolas Cage purloins a lot of cars. Coco! Good to see you, my Coco. Our word of the day today is purloin. Purloin. To purloin, it's a verb and it means to steal. To take something that is not yours. To purloin. Okay, good. Very good. I think I do too. I am pretty sure I do. I like myself a nice little fatty steak. Hey, yeah, we're talking about steak right now, Coco. Do you like steak? What's your favorite kind of steak? How do you cook your steak? I like rare. I like my steak to have a fighting chance. Hey, I read a very interesting story yesterday. There is a woman, and when she turned 21 years old, she finished visiting every country in the world. Her name is Lexi Alford, and at 21 years old, she became the youngest person in the world to visit all 196 countries on our planet. Woo-hoo-hoo! Good for her. Let's see what we got here. When Marty was younger, he liked well done. But now he likes medium rare or medium. Medium's going a bit too long for me. Medium rare, I'll eat it, but it could be less cooked. Let's see. Coco, she likes her steak medium well done. Oh no, you cook your steak too much, Coco. Don't cook it that much. When you bite your steak, it should bite back. That's my theory. Lexi Alford became the youngest person to visit all 196 countries. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records. She beat another guy, a British guy named James Asquith. He did the same thing. He visited all 196 countries in the world, but he did it by the time he was 24. So Lexi did it 3 years faster. Now, how did she do it? How do you travel every country before you're 21 years old? Well, it turns out her parents own a travel company. That is helpful. So she had a little bit of a helping hand. But still, what a great accomplishment. And one of the things she said really impressed me, and so I'm going to share it with you here. She says she was motivated to show the world that the world isn't as scary as the media portrays it to be, and there's kindness everywhere. Lexi is my new hero. She's traveled to every country in the world, And she just turned 21. Nice work, Lexi. Why is this important to us today? Well, because today our grammar is present perfect. Lexi has visited every country in the world. Isn't that great for her? And she can use present perfect to talk about that experience. That's the reason we use present perfect, to talk about our experiences in the past, especially when those experiences are not connected to a time. If they're connected to a time period, that's okay. For example, in her whole life, Lexi has visited every country. Yeah. Present perfect is often used to show us how many times we have had an experience. I have traveled a few times. I have not been to every country, but I have been to Mexico and Canada. I have seen every state in the United States. Not quite as good as Lexi, I'm afraid. Oh my goodness, we got Bob on the line. Hello, sir. I hope you're doing well. A little early in the morning unless you're out riding your bike. Our word of the day today is purloin. To purloin. Just like the Edgar Allan story, Purloined Letter. To steal, to take something that is not yours. And our grammar this week is present perfect. Bob is running. Bob is out running. He's doing his morning routine. Good for you, sir. I'm glad you're still doing that. I know no little virus is going to stop your big plans. Might stop a couple marathons from being run, but it can't stop you. Pilfer is great. Pilfer is great. And actually, where I got this word, they gave me a lot of really fun synonyms. For example, did you know that cabbage is a verb that means to steal, to cabbage? I had no idea. I guess it especially means to steal if you're stealing produce. Pilfer, filch, to filch, which of course I knew it's great, but I hadn't really heard this one in a while. Pinch. Pinch is a synonym for steal, especially if you use your little pinchy fingers to take it. Is it Cockney slang? I guess cabbage could be Cockney slang. Not being very good with my Cockney, brother. I am certainly not good with the Cockney rhyming slang. But it certainly could be. It certainly sounds like a word that would fit in there. Yeah. Grammar today is present perfect, and we were talking about a woman. Her name is Lexi Alford. And by the time she turned 21, she visited every country in the world. She has seen, she has visited, she has been to every country in the world, all 196, before she was 21. That is a great experience for Lexi to have, which is why we can talk about it using the present perfect, to talk about her experiences. Yep. What else are we talking about today? Padres won yesterday. Yes, that's baseball. Baseball is an interesting sport because, just like America, it's okay to steal unless you get caught. It's true. One of the things you do in baseball is purloin a base. You can steal a base in baseball. And in the United States, we have a strange relationship with thieves. If you think about people like Billy the Kid, who was a terrible, horrible train thief. He jumped on trains and he robbed people, but in a way, he's like an American Western hero because he never got caught. In baseball, it's the same thing. We love when people can steal a base, but if you get caught stealing a base, oh, you are not going to be the hero of that game. We got Marty saying something. Oh, we got Michelle in the house. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Marty. Oh, Marty says, using present perfect. I have been, nice work, to, and here's the list, Spain, Germany, Belgium, United States, France, just last week, Italy, the Czech Republic, Prague, I'm guessing, Thailand, Egypt, Morocco, the home of one of my favorite condiments, the pickled lemon, South Africa, Ecuador, the UK, Iceland, Reykjavik. Did you see the volcanoes? Austria, Switzerland, Greece, and Portugal. Oh my goodness, Marty, you are well-traveled, sir. You are very well-traveled. Those are a lot of experiences that you have had, that you can speak about using our present perfect. Mr. Michal, how are you doing, sir? I hope you are well. Padres, the San Diego baseball team, they won another game yesterday. Padres are in first place in their division, and I sound surprised because that almost never happens. Here's something else that's really strange. Padres are in first place in all of the National League. Let's check American League. Oh my goodness, the Padres, the San Diego Padres, my friends, are the best team in baseball. After 5 games, that's a short time, I know. But right now, the San Diego Padres are the best team in baseball. Must be the virus. Just lucky. That's all it is. It's just a little bit of luck and a little bit of law of averages. It's interesting. In a game like football, they only play 16 games in a regular season. And really, it probably only takes 8 games to determine which teams are really the best. In baseball, in a regular season, they play 162 games in a season. All right, so 10 times more than they play football. And it takes about all of those games to figure out who's really, really the best team for any given season. Padres currently sitting in first place in all of baseball? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. What is our question of the day? What is our question of the day? I'm changing our question of the day. Marty, thank you very much. And I want to thank Lexi for our question of the day. How many countries have you visited? I'm not going to win. I'm going to lose. I've only been to 3 countries, including my own. I've been to all 48. Oh, I've been to 49 of the 50 states in the United States. I have not been to Alaska. Last October, I got to Hawaii. But I have not been to many foreign countries. So that's our question today. How many foreign countries have you visited? Are you going to be like Lexi? Are you going to see all 196? Even the scary, dangerous ones? Lexi says they're not all that scary. People are people everywhere. How many countries have you visited? Hey, anybody have any questions? Anybody have anything that they want to share? I am here for you. If you have a question now, you can put it on the chat. If you don't, you can leave it for me. You can send me an email, chris@ChrisinEnglish.com. You can write it on my Instagram or my Facebook. I don't care. I just want to hear from you. Marty, he's been to 20. He's almost there. Just a few more, Marty. Just a couple more. Like, I think next weekend. Just get it done. Next weekend, what are you doing? Do you have plans? Do you have something that you're doing? It's a virus. I think in next weekend, you could easily see 140 countries. You just need a really fast airplane. Anybody else? How many countries have you been to? Bob's still there. Bob, I know that you've been to a lot of countries. I know that you've been to Russia. I believe you've been to Korea. Where have you been, Bob? Maybe Bob's running now. Or biking. It's time. It's time. The skull is empty. It needs to be refilled. Just like all of us, we need to fill our heads with knowledge and information to keep us young and excited. Bob's counting his countries. We might be here for a hot second. 25! All right. Any favorites? Anything at the top of the list? Anything at the bottom of the list? That's a good cup of coffee. Once again. Let's see. Russia. Russia was favored, of course. Of course. Maybe you'll plan on going back? Not forever. I'm not trying to get rid of you. I just want to know what your travel plans are. Really, India. I guess I'm sorry and sad to hear that, but I can't say I'm surprised based on my reading. I don't trust my reading because, nothing like first-hand experience, but I can't say I'm too terribly surprised. Food poisoning, yeah. Yeah. This is going to get a little esoteric, but I have a fascination with the Indus River civilizations about 5,000 to 10,000 years ago. So I like that region. I have a rooting interest for that region. Yeah. And, the Ganges, major world river, a little bit too polluted for my taste, but what is it? Visiting Russia's good. Living in Russia, not so much. Okay, I can understand that. Yeah, and the thing I like most about Russia, aside from my students, of course, is the pelmeni, the dumplings. So, and I can get that at a restaurant pretty close to my house here. So, let's see. Bottom for Marty was Germany. Oh man. But the top, South Africa. That's interesting. Marty, did you see Table Mountain in South Africa? Did you get to see any of the natural wonders, or did you stay mostly in the cities? And what's wrong with Germany? I've got so many wonderful students from Germany. I love them all. I love them most. No? Yes, no, maybe so. Well, you're thinking, I'm going to start my outro because we are just about out of time. I got to go face the rest of my day. And my next actually is going to go to a mechanic. I got to go to a car mechanic. My poor son's car broke down. We took it to the mechanic, but we're going to the mechanic to get it back. Let's see. He saw Table Mountain. He didn't go to it. He didn't climb Table Mountain, but he saw it. Very few things I want to see in South Africa personally. Probably my own personal prejudices left over from the 80s and 90s. But I would actually like to see Table Mountain. I've seen pictures and it looks like a fascinating natural feature. Oh, Germany is like the Netherlands, but not as good. Way worse. Not as good. Way worse. Safari. Very good. You got to South Africa. Did you get to Kilimanjaro? Did you get to Central Africa at all? My Africa plans are Kilimanjaro, Morocco, as you said, Egypt, just to see some pyramids, Tunisia. Believe it or not, I've never met a lot of people who say, hey, you know where I really want to go is Tunisia. I want to go to Tunisia because my favorite movie, Star Wars, a lot of it was filmed in Tunisia, and apparently the movie sets are still there. You can visit the movie sets from the original Star Wars film. Angola! Angola would be a good place to visit in Africa. Ghana. The West Coast would be another place that I would be interested in going to. Yeah. All right. Hey, guys, thank you for playing. Thank you for visiting me this morning. Marty just traveled through South Africa. Oh, good. I thought, I've known a couple people from South Africa. Good people. Good people. And interesting English. If you ever have a chance to listen to a South African, listen to their English. It's English. You'll recognize it, but it's slightly different. Different idioms. A few different rules, different vocabulary because of different geography. Yeah, listen to other people's English, other countries' English. It's actually a really neat experiment. Lexi in the house. Hello to you. I'll stay another minute because I'm happy to talk to you this morning. How are you doing? Our question of the day today: how many countries have you visited, Lexi? How many countries have you visited? I know you. I know that's a pretty big number for you. I know that you are a happy world traveler. I've been to 3. Marty, who's online with us, he's been to about 20. Bob, who I think is still online with us, he's been to 25. And I think he's telling us that that includes Angola in Africa. How about you, Lexi? How many countries have you been to? What's the best? What's the worst? The world wants to know. And if you don't want to answer now, Lexi, you don't have to. You can leave a message on my Instagram. You can leave a message on my Facebook. You can send me an email, Lexi. Think about that. You can send me an email and we can talk back and forth for the rest of our lives. Oh, my goodness. How wonderful will that be? Chris at ChrisinEnglish.com, and visit the website ChrisinEnglish.com. You can get grammar lessons. You can find reading exercises. You can find some English grammar games. All sorts of fun stuff on the website. Please check it out. ChrisinEnglish.com. That's my show. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for playing, everybody. I had a great time talking with you this morning. I will be back tomorrow at 6:30 San Diego time, same as every Monday through Friday. Take a look for some more posts. You'll see some blog posts and some recipe posts coming up all week long. You are a great. Thank you very much. My name is Chris. I love you all. Go